Hey, what's up, everybody, man? So I need everybody to bear my voice. Any sniffles you hear because I'm a little sick, but we get into the video. You feel me? So, one of the teams that I really feel like is being slept on heavily going into this upcoming season is the Saints. People are just not talking about them. The hype is really with all the AFC teams, to be honest, but I don't really hear too many people talking about the Saints because they definitely have a potential bright year in front of them, bruh. Last year they were 9-8, which was a disappointing season, and they definitely missed the playoffs. But the year before that, they were 12-4. So there were a lot of things that contributed to them having that disappointing season. Started with number one, they had a quarterback change. Things were just different flat out by default because they didn't have Drew Brees no more. Drew Brees, he retired. It was Drew Brees' time to retire. Drew Brees was ass. You feel me? Drew Brees could not play another year, bro. He's done. I don't even know why he's still considering coming back. We don't want to see Drew Brees no more. We want to see him just sit back and chill and just enjoy. You feel me? Drew Brees leaving made the Saints have to turn somewhere else to quarterback. They turned to Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston was already on the roster. Jameis Winston already has experience. He just needed to sit down and chill a little bit because his ass was over there tripping in Tampa Bay. You feel me? So they brought him into the Saints. He sat behind Drew Brees, and when it was time for Drew Brees to leave, Jameis Winston stepped up to be that quarterback, and they committed to him not only because he was already on the roster, but also because the quarterback market was trash last year, just like it was this year as well. You feel me? So Jameis Winston, he got the start, and he got them off to a good start for the season. They was 5-2. He threw for 1,170 yards, 14 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and he had a 59% completion percentage before tearing that ACL, man. So he was looking good, But what I will say is that doesn't mean Jameis Winston is the man, because Jameis Winston, we know Jameis Winston can throw you a game. Jameis Winston can lose you a game. Jameis Winston ain't scared to turn the ball over. He will turn it over. He's not done turning that ball over. You feel me? But, excuse me, the system that he probably was in, because I think the system, the way the Saints run, if I'm not mistaken, they throw a lot of short shit, So when you throw a lot of short shit, your coach is pretty much trying to keep the mistakes out of your hand. It's hard to really fuck up. You feel me? Like, Jameis Winston ain't a complete scrub, but basically the system that he was in was beneficial to him. We seen Teddy Bridgewater even flourish in this system. So I'm not going to say Jameis Winston was just doing that, but it could have been a system type thing. But hey, you get the point. Jameis Winston was at quarterback, so things automatically changed. Then on top of that, he was out there playing with below average receivers. You feel me? The starting receivers at 1 and 2 was Marquez Callaway and Traquan Smith. You feel me? People had high expectations for them, especially a lot of fantasy owners, but in reality, they wasn't ready for that, man. Mike Tomlin was supposed to come back last year. He was dealing with an ankle injury. He never came back. He ended up missing the whole year. So, along with Jameis Winston tearing that ACL and the receivers just not being there, the offense was struggling. You feel me? This is why they were losing games. And on top of that, they ain't even the top part. The O-line was banged up all year. You got to start with the tackle. His name is Ramchick or whatever, how you say his name. He missed 7 straight games through November and December. So when he came back, he might have still been a little bit hurt. Who knows? But he was missing games. You feel me? Armstead sat out 9 games, and then he only played just 2 of the last 8 games of the second half of the year. Together, they missed 5 games in total. Like, when they both were supposed to be on the field, they missed 5 games together, bruh. So that right there is messing up your pass protection and your outside run and shit like that. Then you got the center, Eric McCoy, who missed 5 games early on. Then you got left guard, Andres Pete, who had a season-ending knee injury in week 6. And then you got right guard Cesar Rules, who was there the whole way, but was shitty. He was garbage, hot shit. You feel me? So the interior and the exterior of the line, passing and run blocking, was shit. You feel me? Very inconsistent. They couldn't build no chemistry. So on top of that, then with Jameis Winston going down, you got add in another quarterback. They had what's his name? They had Taysom Hill and some other dudes playing quarterback. And limited receivers, your offense is going to struggle, bro. That's just by default. You feel me? So, this is why they were 28th in total yardage and they were 32nd in pass production, bro. They were garbage on offense last year, which is why they kept losing all these games. But this year, they got a squad, bruh. Jameis Winston is healthy. That is by default a good thing because this is better than anything they had last year. And like I said, he got them off to a good start. And he did that with limited talent. You feel me? They gave Jameis Winston some wide receivers as well, bro. Mike Thomas is back. He already had Mike Thomas, but Mike Thomas is back. But they went out there and drafted Chris Olave in the first round, who was a stud. You feel me? Who's going to be a stud. Great route runner, great speed. He has the hands. Chris Olave, I mean, people know what he do, bro. Then you got Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry is a dog. Jarvis Landry played for my Browns. Jarvis Landry is going to be that receiver you need. He's tough. He's physical. He's passionate. Good route runner. Not the fastest receiver, but definitely got them hands. And he's going to give you his all every single week. And he does not miss games. He will play through injury. So to give Jameis Winston those type of weapons, Jameis Winston has no choice but to be good. And if he's not doing good, he's shitty. Just like I've always said he was shitty, you feel me? But if he don't do good with that, that's his fault, bro. He's clearly not the guy. And the good thing about that, this pushes guys like Marquez Callaway and Traquan Smith to their role as being a rotational depth stash player, bro. Because these guys aren't trash. They just aren't good enough to be wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2, bro. It's pretty much that simple. Then you look at the running back position, Alvin Kamara, one of the best multi-purpose backs in the league. People know how Alvin Kamara get down. He's facing suspension, but when he returns, that's another weapon for Jameis Winston in the passing game, as well as someone he can hand the ball off to be effective in the run game. And he benefits from them adding Mike Thomas, Olave, and Landry. You feel me? Because now the team is going to be pretty much, keying in on Kamara. Kamara will be able to get off more than he did last year. Then they also got veteran Mark Ingram, who will be able to fill in on third down, or he'll just be able to step in while, Kamara is serving his suspension, because he's going to get that suspension, bro. Then the O-line that we were just talking about is healthy. They aren't going to have, what's the dude's name again? They're not going to have Armstead, but they're going to have Trevor Penning. He's going to be stepping in at that left tackle. He's a rookie, so this can either go good or bad, But the O-line is definitely supposed to be better than it was last year, but it's still a question mark going into this upcoming season. But on top of the offense being pretty good, having those weapons there that Jameis needs, the defense is looking nice. I'm talking, bruh. Last year, the defense was 4th in points per game allowed, which was 19.7. They was 4th in rushing yards allowed, 4th in opponent passer rating, 7th in total yards allowed, and then 1st in opponent red zone percentage. This defense was good, bro. They were out there playing good with limited help from the offense. The offense was stinking it up. You feel me? So the good thing is they have pretty much the same guys they did last year, but they did do some swaps. They swapped out Marcus Williams and Malcolm Jenkins for Marcus Maye, who's coming off an Achilles injury, and Tyrann Mathieu. Tyrann Mathieu is probably an upgrade from both safeties that they replaced, but Marcus Maye is definitely a solid dude as long as he can bounce back from that Achilles injury. But they say right now he's healthy and looking good. So the secondary is looking good. They still got Marshawn Lattimore, top 5 corner. They got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Demario Davis, a stud linebacker. The D-line, they got Cameron Jordan, Marcus Davenport, David, whatever you say his last name, Shai Tuttle. Then you got dudes at the linebacker as well, Pete Warner and Caden Ellis. You feel me? They got some pieces over there, bruh. Then I know that at corner, I forgot the other corner's name. He's like a second-year corner, or maybe he's a rookie. He been getting cooked today specifically in practice by Olave and Mike Thomas, but they got him. I think they brought in Bradley Roby at corner. They can use a little bit more corner help, but they got dudes over there, bro. They got some dudes over there on defense. So looking at the defense that's looking to repeat the performance it had last year, on top of the offense that is way more revamped than last year and healthy, this team can be good again. The only question mark is, with Sean Payton not being there, how is this dude, what's his name, Dennis Allen or whatever his name is, How is he going to do with this team? Is this team going to be better or are they going to be worse? Can he even coach this team? Like, these are all the questions that needs to be answered. Really, these are the questions that needs to be answered. How will things be? And is Jameis ready to really lead this talent? Because like I said, he got the pieces, bruh. He got the pieces. I'm tired of people talking about Jameis Winston is good. Jameis Winston's not bad. Making all these excuses for Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston had 5 years to play ball in Tampa, bruh. He just didn't do it. He couldn't get it done. So, at this point, I don't want to hear no excuses. Whatever we see from Jameis Winston this year, this is who he is. And I gave you all the stats based off of, I gave you all the stats. We ain't even talk about no film. The film can say otherwise. I gave you all the stats. Statistically, he looked good. The film may expose. You feel me? So, that's that on Jameis Winston. But if everything comes together, Jameis Winston plays good, the offense plays good, the O-line comes together, or plays pretty decent, and then, the defense compliments them and do their part, this team can very much make it to the playoffs, and they definitely can have a shot to make it to the Super Bowl. It's just for some reason, when the Saints have good years, they can't make the bowl. You feel me? The Saints didn't stunk up, or shall I say, they didn't blew some good teams, bro. They done been 12-4 a few times, 12-win, 11-win teams. They ain't done nothing. You feel me? So we just gotta see them get there first, but I think they can get to the playoffs and have a good record with this unit, man. So people need to start talking about them more. They got a squad, bro. They really got a squad. They have a gifted squad, bro. And it was smart for people to start going there, bro. But that's how I personally feel. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section about the Saints. What do you think their record will be? Do you think they can make the Super Bowl? Or do you think I'm just hyping these dudes up, bro? And what's your concerns? Like, comment, subscribe. I got some more content coming soon.